risk anything just to go ashore and spend extra time on that. Yeah, like you see that wave right there. So yeah, I'm catching the waves from the side here, which is the tough part of the passage, just to keep an eye on them so that there isn't anything massive that I need to counter. But when I head back after that other island with the lighthouse, then I can go against the waves and really not have to worry about side waves. Alright, so I'm gonna go up against the waves a little bit here, in order not to have them fully on the side all through this passage. And then I'm gonna go on an angle with the waves. It's gonna make it a lot easier. And it's a lot more fun actually. I get to see and paddle some waves here. I don't have to fight them from the side. And check the weather forecast to see if things had gotten worse, because if they had, I might have made the safe choice in all cases. Lighthouse is within reach. Just paying a bit of attention here so I don't manage my first capsize just while looking at the lighthouse. And I appreciate that the wind calmed down a bit and the forecast calmed down enough to make it reasonable to paddle out here. Because if it had been rougher, this would have been a bad idea. You can still see that there are quite a bit of waves here. And I'm taking them from the side during this passage. First I thought there was someone up in the tower of the lighthouse. There was actually a bird. in a moment from the lighthouse, and I'm just hopeful that I might be able to find a spot to go ashore without the waves messing that up. If not, I'll play it safe, paddle around it, and go to land where the rocks are. Looking at this, actually, I'm feeling the wind. It is possible that I might not go up on the island. We'll see in a moment. Right now there's a bit of stronger wind. And if this is the case, then I want to be paddling against the wind and get back to land before the sun goes too low. So on this side where it's kind of protected, going ashore isn't a good option from this side anyway. I'll check on the other side in a minute, but if I don't think it's a good idea or safe, I don't mind just circling the island. Guess by now it's windy again, and I'm gonna go safety first here. I'm not gonna risk anything just to go ashore and spend extra time on that. Yeah, like you see that wave right there. There are some surprises here. It's gonna be too windy to go ashore. There are rocks everywhere and it's slippery, and it's probably possible to climb up here. I mean, it certainly could be done, but it's not that important to actually be ashore here. The point was seeing the location, and it is actually pretty cool. I don't want to go into these rocks either and then all of a sudden get swamped by incoming water. So yeah, those are the kind of surprises you don't want when you are in waves. So that makes my decision. I got pushed onto a rock there, and with side waves coming in, you don't want to be stuck. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna face the waves head on here. You can see the level of waves, and I'm gonna be heading not to the higher rock wall on the left because of the wave directions here, but actually the rock wall which is in front of me there, because then I'll have some protection from the wind and the waves. And I'd rather take these waves head on now. That was a cool location though. On a calm day, it would be maybe interesting to climb ashore and walk among the walls there and whatever. But I got a close look at it, and I'm not gonna compromise safety when it's this windy and you have these waves. So now it is increasing again beyond the forecast. So I'm gonna work my way to land. And from there on out, I'll have one more passage where I'll have to cross. But after that, what you can see right in front of me and to the right, all of that is the coastline that I'm gonna be using for cover. So then I'll be protected all the way back, essentially, except for when I'm heading back to Sundsvall, the final stretch, where I'll have the wind against me again. But then we'll be on more sheltered waters. Yeah, I got to experience some waves today. Which is kind of nice, because I will not be doing this exercise later in the year or early next year when it's even colder. Not at least while solo kayaking or this 4 out. Everything is a balance. So what I'm doing here is I'm choosing to paddle the slightly longer stretch to either the tip over there or to the rock wall, depending on how things look later on. Because I don't want to have all these waves from the side all the time. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe. It will help others find the channel, and you will be updated on new upcoming videos. Stay safe and happy paddles!